In a historic turn of events, America finds itself at another constitutional crossroads as former President Donald Trump faces unprecedented legal challenges that could reshape the political landscape. The story begins in early 2024 when legal scholars John Bonifaz and Alexandra Flores Quilty filed a groundbreaking lawsuit invoking the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause. This obscure constitutional provision, written after the Civil War, has suddenly become the centerpiece of American political discourse. The amendment's Section 3 was designed to prevent those who engaged in insurrection from holding public office, but its application to a former president seeking re-election has sparked intense debate across the nation. As state courts began ruling on Trump's ballot eligibility, the political temperature in Washington reached a boiling point. House Speaker Mike Johnson, leading the Republican defense, argued that this was nothing more than a Democratic attempt to subvert democracy, while constitutional experts warned of an impending crisis that could test the very foundations of American governance. The Supreme Court's emergency intervention in January 2025 set the stage for what many consider the most consequential constitutional showdown since the Civil War. Trump's legal team mounted an aggressive defense, claiming presidential immunity and arguing that the 14th Amendment was being weaponized for political purposes. Meanwhile, state election officials found themselves caught between conflicting court orders and constitutional obligations. The nation watched as protests erupted in major cities, with both supporters and opponents of Trump taking to the streets. The divide between Republicans and Democrats deepened, with each side accusing the other of undermining democratic principles. Constitutional scholars debated whether the framers of the 14th Amendment ever envisioned its application to a former president, while political analysts warned of the precedent this could set for future elections. The situation became even more complex when several state legislatures passed emergency measures regarding ballot access, creating a patchwork of conflicting election rules across the country. As the Supreme Court deliberated, the Department of Justice found itself navigating uncharted legal territory, balancing constitutional obligations with political sensitivities. The crisis has exposed deep fissures in American democracy, raising questions about the balance of power between federal and state governments, the role of the judiciary in electoral politics, and the limits of presidential authority. This constitutional drama has become a defining moment for American democracy, testing not just legal frameworks, but the very principles upon which the Republic was founded. As the nation awaits resolution, one thing becomes clear. This unprecedented situation will leave an indelible mark on American political history, potentially reshaping how future generations understand presidential power, constitutional limits, and democratic accountability.